Hi, welcome to Chair Talk, where we talk about real issues that have been going on. I'm Matt. This is Todd. Let's go ahead and just jump right into this because we have a lot to talk about this week. First, I read in the news, I think it was early this week, Monday or Tuesday, that teen suicide is on the rise. And I just jotted down here what I think are a few causes of that. Number one is the media's role. I don't exactly know what role they play, but for instance, Heathers, the movie with Winona Ryder and Christian Slater, which came out in the early 80s, that was just now released on DVD. And, that was all about teen suicide. There's increasing pressure among, students these days and stresses that weren't there years ago. Good grades to get in a good college now. And then the other factor I had was drugs and alcohol, which are a lot more prevalent with today's kids. I think it's like all of these that come together, and it's tough for kids. It's a lot tougher than it used to be for kids today, the way they used to be. Also, I wanted to talk a little bit about abortion quick. I don't think we should talk too much about it because I really don't think we have much of a right to. If I was to get a girl pregnant, now, tomorrow or today, I would not be ready to be a father. I am not ready for that responsibility, and I would probably want her to get an abortion, but I feel that I would have no right to say to her that that's what I wanted. I think it is a woman's right to choose, and I don't think you should just use it anytime you want. You shouldn't do it more than a few times a year. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know how often you could do it. I think once every 3 months, I read. I don't know, don't quote me on that. But I don't think it's a bad thing per se, but I don't think it should be used as a bailout of a safe plan, because it's not. Also politics. Now you hear sometimes about laissez-faire politics. That's not the joke. There is no laissez-faire politics, where the government has a hands-off approach to everyday situations. I came up with laissez-faire constituents, meaning us. Laissez-faire for us. And by that I mean we hands off the government. And I know it sounds funny, but if we just kind of don't care what the government is doing, because seriously, at the end of the day, does what you think about the government play any role in the way the government functions? By the people, for the people, that's great, but what I think of the Secretary of State's handling of whatever doesn't mean anything. So I think that we as the constituents shouldn't even mess with the government at all. I'm one of those people who think that one vote doesn't make a difference. And that's true. Now, if I am preaching to all you not to vote, well, then that becomes more than one vote, and that can make a difference. But me individually not voting does not change anything. So that's laissez-faire constituents. Something to think about. On kind of a lighter note, I've been noticing lately a lot of babies, toddlers mainly, so some babies that look like puppies. I don't know what that is, if that has something to do with the stem cell research or what, but I'm seeing a lot of toddlers that look like puppies. It's scary but kind of cute in a way. I saw an interesting study that was released on Thursday about breakfast. According to this study released by Schuster, I don't know what that says, 73% of Americans have coffee for breakfast. Now, by my rough calculations, that's 5 million gallons of coffee a day in the U.S. Now, I hate breakfast. I don't know about you, but I don't like breakfast foods, really. Breakfast foods are usually more greasy than normal food. Bacon, eggs, hash browns, really greasy. I don't want that in the morning, and I don't even want it at night. I'm not one of those people that goes to Waffle House late at night for the breakfast foods because I don't like them. Um, Regardless of that, I don't believe coffee is the answer that America needs to be getting in the morning. I don't. I seriously, I don't. I think coffee it's a drug. It has caffeine. Caffeine, which is probably not the most lethal drug in America, but it's the most widely used and probably, I mean, I'd say 95% of us are addicted to caffeine, whether we know it or not. I know my mom gets headaches if she doesn't have Cokes throughout the day. Not many, but a couple. She gets these headaches. So I don't think coffee is the answer we need to be looking for breakfast. With 73